Project 2025. Oh man, and look at these. Man, y'all should see it. We're gonna go to enemy territory. We're going to CNN. Oh boy, and look at them. Just they can't believe it. They're wiping in. They just find anything to wipe Trump through the mud. You know, even if it's out there right in front of your face. Project 2025. Project. How many pages is it, ma'am? Or sir? You don't know. You don't know? It's 900. Did you know it was from the Heritage Foundation? No? Did you know they tried to reach out to other presidencies, even a Biden administration? You didn't know? Oh. But it's Trump's next plan. It's Trump's this, it's Trump that, it's Trump that. Rick, Project 2025. Unbelievable, man. I tell you guys got to think for yourself, man. You have to do your own research and think for yourself. And right now, the times that we're living in, there is also a lot of people that don't think for themselves. They want the first thing they see. Mainstream media, the left, I mean, they got all this hatred in their hearts, this negativity. And I tell you, it's not going to get you anywhere. You know, same people that make excuses, they blame the white man, you know, pulling race card, voting off identity politics. She's a black woman. Let's make history. You know, we're in trouble, man. We are in some deep dog. I'm telling you. And now you see a lot of people, even a lot of blacks, swallowing their pride. Understand what's going on. She's getting a lot of backlash from that rally last night in Atlanta, Georgia. People twerking and all kind of stuff. People are dying and struggling, man. It's a lot of serious things going on. We don't care about no celebrity, and they got their tax. They don't care. They got the nice houses, the big cars, and they don't care about their tax bracket. All that they take. They don't care about your taxes. They don't care about your living situation. They don't care about no border. They don't care about none of that stuff, man. And people put their heart and soul and faith in celebrities. And you can see most people came there for a free concert. Trump don't need no free concert, man. We need somebody that's qualified, you know. And then they say, you guys are saying DEI, you're racist. What? And y'all know my term of DEI. Didn't earn it. Not qualified. I ain't done yet. Unqualified. Let's be real. But the thing is, the times that we're living in, most people don't want to hear the truth. They don't care for the truth. They don't want to hear the truth, or they deny it. It's out there, man. Then when Trump says this about Project 25, they just in denial. But let's break the news to you. Project 2025 director steps down amid backlash from Trump. This is boy. Let's get into it, man. Hope y'all are ready. Caitlin. Break the news to us, Kate.
The director of Project 2025 has stepped down after facing criticism. The director of Project 2025 has stepped down after facing criticism from both Democrats and the Trump campaign. Paul Dans helmed the right-wing policy blueprint and personnel project, which was backed by the conservative Heritage Foundation. And if it was enacted, it would dramatically reshape how the federal government operates. At least 140 former Trump administration officials contributed to this project, and many of its proposals overlap with Trump's plans for a second term. But the former president has both criticized and distanced himself from it.
I don't know what the hell it is. It's Project 25. He's involved in Project. And then they read some of the things, and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it.
Now, I should note the Trump campaign appeared to cheer Paul Danz's departure tonight, even though he is an alum of the Trump administration. He served in the OPM office, saying in a quote, "Its demise would be greatly welcomed and should serve as notice to anyone or any group trying to misrepresent their influence with President Trump and his campaign. It will not end well for you." I should note, Paul Dans was supposed to join me on this show tonight, and we hope that he will soon. But he unfortunately canceled our interview within the last hour.
Oh, we know.
Here's Dans in his own words about the project he'd been working on for years.
Our book is a set of proposals by conservative organizations. Donald Trump and his campaign alone set the agenda.
Yeah.
But these are ideas to help them, and they'll pick and choose. But, you know, a lot of the mischaracterization now and false attributions of things to Project 2025, it's kind of what Scott's saying. They have nothing else to run on.
Joining us now is Washington Post national political reporter Isaac Arnsdorf, who has been following Project 2025 and its relationship with the Trump campaign closely. And Isaac, in your reporting tonight, you talk about how it became this rallying cry for Democrats, but also was a nuisance for the Republican nominee Donald Trump as he is trying to escape the public spotlight and repair relations with Trump's campaign. Can you just lay out a breakdown for people who have heard about Project 2025, but also just heard what Trump said on what this relationship and what Project 2025 was actually doing?
Project 2025 started before Trump was the nominee, before it was clear that he was going to be the nominee. And the idea was for the Heritage Foundation to get together a whole bunch of think tanks in the conservative movement and present a consensus view for an agency by agency policy blueprint for the next administration, whoever that Republican president was going to be. Now, obviously, and there were actually some concerns that the president of the Heritage Foundation was too close to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis for a while, and that could be an issue. But obviously, as it became clear that Trump was going to be the nominee, and so many of the contributors to this project were alumni of the Trump White House and the Trump administration, and would naturally be the kinds of people who Trump would look to staff the next administration if he does win. And so that's why when, you know, the Trump campaign has not been super specific about the details of what he would implement in a second term, naturally, a lot of people looked at his staff, his former staff, and the ideas that were being presented to kind of fill in those blanks and get a clearer sense of what that would look like. And then when the campaign saw that, they didn't want to own the things that were ended up being controversial.
But it's remarkable because a lot of this...
I hope y'all are listening, you know, and this is why people, again, take things out of context and they just smear Trump through the mud. And as you can see now, they're smearing Trump through the mud, and they're also going to be attacking J.D. Vance, as you've seen, through the mud, just through the mud. Again, and most people have done no research, haven't even read one page of it. But they run with the first thing they see from their favorite celebrities, award shows. It's crap, man. We're in some deep shit, man. And this is why one reason why I don't claim my generation, and I'm not going to claim my generation. It's terrible. You know, a lot of lost individuals, man. Just being real, clueless, delusional. You know? And again, I listen to the same music. I'm in the generation. I grew up. I'm 20-some years old, y'all. But there's a lot of people, even the other generations, that are just lost, man. People that watch this stuff, they do no research, and they try to just they have this hatred in their hearts, man, and it's so sick, you know. And we'll never get anywhere in this society, in this country, nowhere, with this division, this hatred. You know, just being honest, man.
As you noted, done by people who worked for Trump. A lot of the proposals, when you look at them, are things that people in Trump's campaign have actually proposed and suggested would happen if he did win a second term. So I think it's remarkable to see such a conservative group that Trump has praised the leader of the Heritage Foundation, and to now see his campaign cheering, you know, the departure of the leader of this specific project.
Well, right. I mean, look, a lot of people at Heritage and involved in Project 2025 loved the notoriety that it was getting. They loved to see it being criticized on CNN and MSNBC. They loved that there were DNC mobile billboard trucks outside the office. But then when it started angering Trump, and they started getting backlash from Trump about it, that made them really concerned. And so some of what is going on here is trying to have a reset, trying to smooth this over with the campaign, try to get out of the spotlight, offer up Paul Dans as a little bit of a sacrificial lamb. And, maybe we can just try to smooth this over. And publicly, the campaign is happy to take that W if it means that Project 2025 stops causing political problems for them. The thing is, I don't expect the Democrats to stop talking about it anytime soon.
Isaac Arnsdorf, it's a great point there. Thank you for joining tonight.
That's the only pulling point. That and the race card, identity politics, first black woman president. They don't know if she's black or not. I mean, it's just, oh. These last 3.5, 4 years, man, just look at their accomplishments. Look at the Democrats' accomplishments. Look at the Biden-Harris accomplishments. Let's clap it up, everybody. Let's clap it up. I mean, border wide open. Come on in. Crime. Criminals. Giggling, smiling, laughing. Gee hee ha ha. Oh, what you do again? Oh, that wasn't too bad. You used the pistol? Oh, go back out there. Yeah. You stole from the store? Go back out there. It's okay. Nobody cares. You did. Oh, assault? Oh, go back out there. It's okay. You burned the American. You burned the flag? Go. It's okay. Who cares? Chicken, beef, eggs, $40, $100. You only bought 3-4 things. $100. People are declining right now, man. People are dying, man. People are tired, sick, can't afford nothing. Let's be real here, y'all. We are in some deep trouble, I'm telling you. Businesses shutting down left and right. You just can't make none of this stuff up, man. But Trump's a threat to democracy. Trump is a threat to democracy, our sweet democracy. Constitutional republic.
Thanks.
And I have a panel of political experts here to also talk about this. Bill de Blasio is the former New York City mayor. David Poliansky is a Republican strategist who has worked on 5 Republican presidential campaigns and most recently for Ron DeSantis. And also the veteran journalist Gretchen Carlson. It's great to have you all here tonight.
Thank you.
David, I'll start with you, since given what Isaac was just laying out, initially, they were worried that this was too close to DeSantis. But did you ever think you'd see the day where the Republican nominee's campaign is kind of decrying this project and trying to say, we have nothing to do with this, even though the guy who was in charge of it worked for Trump?
Yes. I mean, look what happened at the RNC convention recently. I mean, we saw the campaign essentially eliminate most specific policy platforms in our own convention. And so, look, it's not uncommon, and anybody that's worked in politics in Washington knows think tanks, both on the left and on the right, like to drive white papers constantly and try to influence whether it's the legislative process, the executive process, and sometimes the campaign process. They're just not very good at it. And so in some cases, they're great ideas and suggestions that campaigns might test and push out and take on their own. In other instances, they're extreme ideas that campaigns look at and go, no way in hell we're taking that on. And I think that's what you're seeing here.
Well, and Tom Homan.
And I just don't like how they just wiping Trump through the mud, man. How they took everything out of context and just threw it on this man. Just they've done everything to this man. And I tell you guys, we are in a fight. Don't let them bury this, man. We are in a fight to get our country back. And as you can see now, this morning, there's more whistleblowers and all kind of stuff, crazy stuff happening right now. And we're going to get into that in these next couple of videos. You know, it's prayers for Trump and his family. Again, anything could happen right now, you guys. From the time now, anything could happen. Anything could take place. America is as weak as it ever been. So I want to send prayers to you guys and your family as well, man. We're living in some dark, crazy, sick times, man.
Bowman, who was Trump's ICE chief and contributed to this, he spoke at that Republican convention. He was on stage. And this is something that Democrats have used, Mr. Mayor. And I want you to listen to what Vice President Harris said just tonight when she was on the stage in Atlanta.
Just look at his Project 2025 agenda. I take it you've seen it. Project 2025 is a plan to weaken the middle class. Be clear.
Should we still expect to see her using that talking point, you think, even despite Paul Danz's departure?
Yeah, 100%. Look, when over 100 former Trump administration officials helped to write it, and it mirrors so much of what Trump has said over the years, the die is cast. This is going to stick to Donald Trump for the rest of this election. And I'll tell you something, we should be worried about it, not just because of the specific policy planks, which are clearly extreme, but I'll tell you, someone who had to start a government in City Hall in New York City, you take that policy platform, it's actually where you begin. So this is not, I agree with you, some pieces get thrown out, but I want people to be really clear. If only one force has created a platform and given you those details, a lot of energy gravitates that way when a new administration begins, and that's why this should be taken very, very seriously.
Well, and there's no real transition happening.
The enemy of the people. The enemy of the people, y'all. I'm sorry. The enemy of the people. I can't hear any more of that. I'm sorry, y'all. It's crap. Okay? It's crap, man. But I'm wishing the best in all you guys' life, man. We are finna hear. Just be ready. It might be a Taylor Swift concert at the next rally. They're gonna pull something this mid-August. So be ready for it. They're gonna keep talking about Project 2025. You know, even though Trump is on his own, I'm telling you, he's on his own type of timing, man. He's on his own type of timing. And he, right now, with the times that we're living in, he is qualified to do the job. Him and Vance. You know, they need a better, stronger candidate. Again, she's gonna need the Taylor Swift concert. She's gonna need, free concerts to get people to join in. They're gonna have to continue to pull the race card, identity politics, the gender card. Yeah, so don't be surprised, man. And we encourage everybody to go out and vote. Go out and vote, man. But we see beyond all this nonsense. We see beyond it, man.